All right, welcome back to the show. Still watching the Rise 360. My name still remains Ikena Unyuko. Now it's time for us to get into it and head over to Canex, where I have my colleague, that is Shade. So far today at Canex, two standout highlights have shown just how dynamic Africa's creative industries can be. First, an invite-only session brought together leaders from across the live music sector to explore a fundamental question: what will it take to make Africa a sustainable and attractive destination for world-class live music experiences? Now, discussion focused on identifying barriers, creating strategies, and forging partnerships to strengthen the continent's live music economy. Meanwhile, on a very different stage, junior chefs aged 16-21 went head-to-head in an energetic cooking competition showcasing the creativity and talent shaping Africa's culinary future. For more on the highlights of the first day of the Creative African Nexus, let's bring in my colleague, aka Ajala Travels, Shaiton Atigari, entertainment and culture correspondent live from Algiers, Algeria.
I miss you too, Ikena. I'm going to say this every day that I'm in Algiers. It's a very sunny but windy day, as you can see. So if you're wondering why my hair's all over the place, it's because of the wind. I have so much to talk to you about today. I hope you are not missing me too much.
Shaito, are you sure you're working? You are looking fresher than normal. I don't know. Are you sure you're working there?
It's the Algerian sun. I promise you.
Sun.
It's just the sun. Behind these sunshades are eye bags. I haven't slept.
Indeed. All right, so can you tell us what came out of the live music session?
It was quite interesting, with what Afrexim Bank continues to do with Canex, which is the Creative African Nexus, is they look at all the different facets of the African culture, be it music, be it culinary arts and food, regardless of what it is. But today they focused on those two things. Now with the live music session, what they've done is put together an invite-only round table. I mean, I walked into that room and I was like, okay, these are the heavyweights when it comes to live concerts, the live concert culture, in Africa. I'm talking Sasha P was there. I mean, how much has contributed to the music industry. We had Smid, who is the head of Smid Entertainment and Afro Nation. We had Mr. Abdul from Afro Future, as well as even the CEO of Trace Television. And what the content, or how would I say, the general theme of the session today was the collaboration that still needs to continue. The fact that the investments they can come from international platforms, but it's more important that we are collaborating amongst ourselves to be able to push for these live concerts. The topic of course, venues came up. And you know what? I don't want to give away too much. I'm going to let you also hear from the horse's mouth exactly what they think what their greatest takeaways were from today's music live session. Let's take a look.
Share the same passion and the same ambition. We all realize that no one alone can bring the solution at the scale that we needed for the continent. Third, there are solutions, but it requires that all the stakeholders work better and more often together. And this is why Afrexim Bank has got a very important role also to bring together the industry, to contribute to the funding. They can't be the only one because obviously other investors need to step in. But I think it was a very productive, very insightful discussion. And now I like action. We shared a lot of ideas, proposals. We have to make sure that now we execute.
I think for me, the biggest thing that really came out is the fact that Africa is historic, but when it comes to certain things, we're still nascent. And we need to really come together and work together to build structures that are not just structures that we see today, but structures that are run by us, structures that can thrive into the future years and continue to promote what we do. Our culture is really big and is an important part of us. And just being in the room with the different players, there's so much we really can do together. We're one continent, very fragmented, different countries, and I think it also plays in the way we show up. And so if we really want to get the best out of the creative economy in Africa, we really need to come together, organizations, whether it's business, whether it's philanthropy, whether it's a development space that are focused on creative economy, we need to come together. We need to come together across the different parts of Africa, West Africa, East Africa, North Africa, So that's one big thing that's come out for me, and I'm passionate about it because as Move Africa, what we're building is really building out a live music touring circuit across Africa, and it's not about one part of Africa. For us, the vision is in 2028 we should have 5 countries at least that we've scaled up in terms of infrastructure, talent, equipment, IP, and these are the things that are discussed here. And then as we do this and it becomes the framework, there should be organizations that can take it and run with us, because in who we are non-profit. We're building this up, but we need the players on the continent to take it and run with it. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
The motto of this event, one people, one culture. That's my biggest stake. Creating a room like this is important for us to move on. We never had this opportunity when I started. So to be here and to be witnessing this, imagine where we can be, where our live music can be in the next 2, 5, 10 years. Because for us to get here, we didn't even get the opportunity to have all of this greatness in one room. Now we have people that are intentional, that are passionate, that are willing to invest in live music, not just to come and take from it or not just to do business, but we need to understand the culture, we need to understand Africa, we need to understand what we actually, how we're helping each other, how we're investing in one another. You're an investor, I'm an investor. Everyone in this room is an investor, but we need to understand what capacities we're investing in one another before the colonizers come and take it all from us.
All right, Shay. So a nice interviews there.
There you heard it.
Yeah, okay, so like how is Canex using platforms like this cooking competition for junior chefs to give youth greater visibility in the creative economy? And tell me you tasted the food. And tell us more.
I didn't taste the food. I didn't taste it. I was waiting, but then I had to go do an interview and, of course, get ready for this. But it was very interesting to see. The age range was from 16 to 21, which, I mean, what we usually get is, the Canex Jollof Wars and the gastronomy classes. We usually have more experienced chefs from different parts of Africa. But it was interesting, when even talking to Chef Ra, who was one of the judges, and he said it was very important for them to, at this point, be able to pass on the baton to the younger generation because there is talent there. And like we always say in Nigeria, the children are the future of tomorrow. So what better way to equip them than to, put this kind of event together? But of course, like I just did with the last story, I spoke to him and this is what he had to say about the junior chefs competition that took place here at Canex.
That was a huge amount of people coming from all over the place, from the 4 corners of Algeria, and even from France, from UA, from everywhere, people like from the diaspora. And I wanted to participate. We had like thousands of people, but we had to shrink it down to 30 people. And it was very difficult. But we brought in 30 people from all over Algeria into my restaurant in Algiers to make like physical casting, and they cooked for us. And as a jury, and we tasted, and we selected these 8 people that are cooking today. 4 I just cooked this morning, and these 4 are cooking now. And from these 8 youngsters, they go from 16 to 21-year-old. They came from Oran, from Mustaganem, from the desert Sahara of Algeria, from the mountains of Kabylia, and they're cooking crazy things. I mean, Chef Andile from South Africa and Chef Tamara from Barbados are just stoned, and even Miss Orama that tasted with us as a judge, they are just like, wow, 18 years old cooking like this, creating this different thing. So that's Canex Junior Chef. It's just a new adventure, crazy. First time, I think, in Canex, no? And I think it will go on in the next years in all the Canex. We're gonna do 3 winners. So we're gonna select three finalists. So there's second day of competition. I told you it's big, it's huge. We made it like big. So tomorrow we have the finals. So the 3 guys will cook, or the 3 girls, because I have a lot of girls. Today we have a half-half. So they will cook together tomorrow. I mean, together they compete against each other, and we will have a ranking. We will have a bronze medal, silver medal, and gold medal. I mean, medal.
All right, so who are the winners now?
No, so what happened today is like the semi-finals. So they narrowed it down to about 30 people. They've selected 8 now, and then by tomorrow, we're now going to know who the winners are. So as you've asked me if I tasted the food, I'm going to make sure that I'm there bright and early so I can taste it and make sure that there's no ojoro, you understand?
All right, no wahala. Have fun, enjoy yourself. But waiting for you in Lagos. Yeah. Thank you so much.
And just to add, we spoke about this yesterday, and
Yeah.
I've just not just confirmed, but we now know that Wizkid is on his way to Algeria, and he's going to be performing tonight alongside other artists like Musa Keys and DMB Gonos from South Africa, and even some Algerian artists. So while you are in Lagos tonight playing snooker, I'll be partying with Wizkid. Sorry, Kena. I just had to rub it in.
All right. Thank you so much, Eto. Thank you so much for this. Have fun, all right? Enjoy yourself. It's your time. Enjoy yourself.